You're so generous, CG. Why don't you go yourself with your 5 packs? Go yourself with your pack probability.
Release the Kraken.
All right, Hall, I did it, all right? I told myself I was going to whale on the Y-Wing because my ships are so incredibly horrific that I convinced myself that I was going to do this whaling and I was going to improve my GAC ships because right now I have ignored these things thinking they were not ever coming back to GAC. And here we are, finished, what, like 6th in my GAC bracket. I now have a shiny, maxed out 7-star Y-Wing, and goddamn, I don't know if it was worth it, Hall, but let me just kind of go over it in my head. Let me just vomit out a bunch of stuff here. As you can tell, I am not a whale. I do not like to whale on any game, but here's the deal, right? I'm a content creator, and for me to be entertaining for you guys, I want to be competitive in GAC. That means I got to improve my ship game. That means I got to go get myself a mother Y-Wing. All right, with that being said, we go. We have. This is the first time I've whaled since Padme, guys. And it's extra painful, as I mentioned. And here's the thing when I whale. It's just like when we have Central City here, Blackhawk. It's like sometimes you go up I go up once every 10 years. Not a gambler. And it's just like you're holding out hope. You're playing blackjack or whatever, right? You got that hope inside that you're going to hit the big one. It's going to be you. You're going to have the story, and you're going to take it to your community and say, guys, 330, guys. No, it doesn't work like that, Hall. I average between a 5-shard and a 7-shard pull. I got a couple of 10s, a couple of 12s, and that's it. It costs me $320 with the pack. And that is crazy. I don't like it. I feel like I just don't know how whales, Krakens can do this because it makes me feel so uneasy. And I got a channel that pays me back to do it. So I just don't get it. But anyways, I'm totally rambling here. And then not only on top of the $320, we had about 1680 crystals left over afterwards. Didn't have enough to get it all the way with the ship currency, even though I'd been hoarding ship currency to try and get it up. Spent all my ship currency on mods and farming mods and that whole thing. So I had to spend 1600 crystals on ship currency packs. Let me tell you how fun that is when you know that shit's free. So anyways, I have my 7-star Y-Wing. It is maxed out. And I will tell you guys, I've never cared about fleet, not one bit. I was never able to break into the top 50. A little bit when I had MILF and it first came out and no one else had it. A little bit. But then they pulled ships out of GAC, so I just stopped farming all the bounty hunter ships, stopped doing all that stuff. That's on me. Not blaming CG for that. That's on me. So here we go. Get myself a negotiator, recommit myself to ships, farming up ETA for GAS, farming up Houndstooth, doing what I need to do to not be a total slob when it comes to ships. And this was my one hope to try and make myself competitive once again. So as you can see from the test fight footage here, I am learning how to do ships all over again. So you guys can criticize my play all you want. It is totally warranted here. But man, it is helping. I went 3 out of 5 today, and the 2 that I lost, 2 matches that I lost were against 6-star negotiators. And just basically the balls to the wall current fleet meta. So am I upset about it? No, as I kind of got more comfortable with it, I think it's going to be helping me in the long run. But this is the type of ship, guys, I guarantee this is the type of ship. I would be shocked if this showed up anywhere else but Cantina. It just feels like the type of ship that doesn't really have a whole lot of cachet to it, whole lot of identity to it, whole lot of draw to it. And they're going to put it where it's easily farmable, probably in Cantina, like Ebon Hawk. So, and Ebon Hawk's a ship that's just totally out on an island. I mean, let's not get started with that thing. But, yeah, so I'm basically able to climb. Right now I'm sitting at 18, which is the highest I've been in probably since the beginning of Millennium Falcon. I've never been able to climb in top 10 in my fleet arena. So right now it is doing work to get me into the top 50, which I like, I enjoy. We'll see if I get picked on defense because I've never communicated with my fleet shard guys, and I'm sure they're like, who the hell's this guy with his Y-Wing? Get this jabroni. Anyways, the other thing that I wanted to mention here, it's going to help with my GAS requirement, which is nice. Obviously, I'm very short on that. I'm farming up ETA right now. I was going to have to put sort of resources into Mace and into the... my Mace is not even ready. It's still 6 stars for the GAS event, along with putting resources into Sarge. And Sarge is actually a pretty good ship from what I can see. He gives me a hard time a lot. That taunt just never comes off. So I may still put work into Sarge, but it's going to help me get through that initial tier of the GAS event. And one of the other things I was able to justify in my mind when it came to whaling out on the Y-Wing was that there was no pilot involved with it, and I do like that change. I kind of like how it undoes a lot of the crimes that have been done with the ship's game mode in general. I was never an advocate of putting pilots to ships just because you lock yourself out on TIE interceptors, TIE bombers, Y-Wings, B-Wings, A-Wings, that sort of thing. And those are iconic Star Wars ships that need to be in this game mode. So I'm kind of happy with the idea that I could have just whaled out on this thing, maxed it out, and it's done. And there's no... And, you know, with all the extra ship mats that I have and ship Zetas and that sort of thing, it was not a huge investment from that end. No gearing involved. It was just flat out straight into it. So I do enjoy that about this Y-Wing ship. One more thing I wanted to call out here, Hall, is it did get successful wins against the classic Home 1 Millennium Falcon maxed out Rebel fleet, along with 5-star Negotiator Galactic Republic fleets as well. So good against both of them. Felt really strong against Negotiator. Even was able to win when the enemy Negotiator went first and put days on my team. So that is something to call out as well. Let's just quickly talk kit and the damage here, guys. Overall, I think what CG is going for, Capital Games, is that bombers will be considered tanks from now on. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a TIE bomber show up down the road and be a tank, sort of like the Y-Wing. But the damage seemed sporadic at best. I was seeing very low, just basic damage, non-crit. And then I would see somewhere between 17 and 19K on a good, what I would call a good hit. What really I noticed was the health pool and the protection pool. That seemed to be where it was shining, really able to sustain long into the fight, especially when paired with Houndstooth, really adding 2 tanks in that opening lineup there with Y-Wing and Houndstooth, allowing Anakin to just keep spinning around, doing his thing, putting out the damage. So allows you to play for the long game, and you know, against the AI in this game, that's always going to benefit the player to play around the AI and have as much control on the board as possible. And what I'll say here, guys, is overall, I'm pretty happy with the game right now. I know there's not a lot to do, but it's really evident there's not a lot to do when there's no Grand Arena Championships. And the fact that we've kind of had this wide open space right now to farm up whatever the hell you want, and I've been super focused on ships, and I'm just wrapping up my clones, even though they've been underwhelming for me so far, allocating a bunch of Zetas and Gears to those guys. It's kind of nice and refreshing just to be able to focus on the stuff you want to focus on. Relic things up that you want to relic. And hopefully, guys, we have new content coming for the end of the year. CG, sorry to bust your balls, but I'm just... Come on, give us something. I mean, we got this light side territory battle coming up. Anything is better than nothing at this point. But thank God you have kept with the Grand Arena, guys. So I don't know. It is a great time to be a Star Wars fan who loved The Mandalorian. God damn, baby, was it amazing. And we have Jedi Fallen Order in mere hours. Your boy took off from work and will be streaming that shit non-stop, baby. I hope it's great. So we are going all in on the Jedi Fallen Order. Episode 9 on the horizon with Big Daddy Palps coming back. We got B-Wings and Y-Wings and A-Wings in there. I love it, guys. What a time to be alive. What a time to be a Star Wars fan. And what a time to be part of the hottest damn Holotable Hall in the Outer Rim, baby. Where's this Holotable Hall? Guys, I'm issuing the evacuation code signal. Good night from the Outer Rim, everybody.